Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to our host today, Mr. Engin. Welcome to TARIMKON. I'll be your host today, and my name is Thomas Okyere, the president of TARIMKON Ghana, and then the representative in West Africa. So I'll be the host for today. We bring greetings from both Turkey and also from Ghana. Today we are privileged to have somebody very wonderful, very nice, that I've known for some time and I appreciate very much. The general manager of the International Confederation of Agric and Food, that is TARIMKON. And he's in the personality of Mr. Engin Dinçman. We'll be talking to him very soon, and then he would introduce us to the projects and then also to the Confederation. That is the Confederation of Agriculture and Food. This is practically the ICAF. TARIMKON, however, is a greatest international NGO that is a non-governmental organization that is growing day in and day out, every day, in the field of, or we stand in the field of agriculture, food, and about the sub-industry related to these sectors by supply and demand and consultancy and joint consultation with project owners under a single roof. We bring everybody under a single roof. Actually, we have an integration of economic cooperation that is in 81 provinces in Turkey, and then 640 districts. We are very well established in over 44 countries around the world, and very strong, and each day going on. 12 countries before have become the sales and marketing offices of TARIMKON. So we are growing, and we believe in the policy of the fact that we sell first before even we grow. This is what we need very much in a system. Like in construction, you do your infrastructure very well, you do your roads, you do your pipelines, you do everything very well before you put your main building, so that you have easy access to every kind of infrastructure that would need for people to live in. Practically, this is where we stand with this organization, TARIMKON, growing from strength to strength and trying to take up our place in market share, even as an NGO. Well, today, the man that we have is Mr. I'll tell more about TARIMKON later, but the man we have today is Mr. Engin Dinçman of Turkey, our general manager. Mr. Engin, can you please tell us about yourself and TARIMKON ICAF? You're very much welcome to this show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas. Thank you very much. I want to begin and briefly about myself. I was born in the 20th century in Turkey, so I'm old enough. And I'm a Turk, and I'm always proud of it. I graduated from Ankara College and Hacettepe University, Department of Economics. So I am an economist. In more than half of my 40 years of working life, I worked as a vice and deputy general manager and general manager in international companies. I worked as a general manager and CEO in Turkish companies in Turkey in recent years. Now, last year, I thought it was time for me to serve humanity, which was my idea. ICAF TARIMKON was a very big confederation. I met with the president, Hakan Yüksel, one day, and we discussed what can we do together. And during this discussion, I gladly realized that they have, Mr. Hakan Yüksel and his colleagues, have the same ideal and they have the same feelings like me. And then at the beginning of this year, 2020, I began to work with them. Now I am the general manager of ICAF TARIMKON. I am saying ICAF because ICAF is much more easy for the foreigners to say. ICAF is International Confederation of Agriculture and Food, and the Turkish is TARIMKON. So today I will use ICAF mostly.
Yeah.
And because of the serving to humanity, ICAF TARIMKON gave me this opportunity. Together with my colleagues, we are working hard to serve humanity. ICAF is one of the world's leading and well-known confederation for agriculture and food, as you said before. Among our members, there are 7 federations, many cooperatives, many companies, and more than 6 million farmers from all over the world. We have also representatives in 44 countries all over the world, and they are supporting us in their countries. I think this brief information is enough for you for your first question.
So you bring economics into agriculture?
Yes, I can say it like this. That's right.
Yeah, and then great minds work together. So you all came together with everybody on board to help solve the problem of food industry in the world.
Yes, this is our slogan is agriculture is everything.
Yeah.
At the beginning, some people were laughing it, but during this pandemic, everybody realized that in the world, agriculture is really very important because the human beings need to eat and drink to survive. So agriculture is really very, very important. I must say this.
So we are blessed to have an NGO, non-government organization
that's right,
really standing in for agriculture.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you very much. And may I please know what are your activities that you do in Turkey and maybe in the world, if you have?
Okay, of course. Mr. Thomas, we mainly carry out projects of limited duration. Naturally, these projects are carried out to improve the agriculture of countries and enable individuals to improve the agriculture of countries and enable individuals to easily access fresh and safe food. In other words, it prioritizes food safety, and it's very important for everybody. our main goal is to ensure that there are no hungry people in the world, especially children. We also bring the relevant investors to the country where we make projects and make them invest. Apart from this, we meet the demand for goods that reach us from various countries with products that are produced by our members, and we are sure about their quality. Our country representatives have a great contribution in all these works. That's, I think, again,
Does,
that's
does it really mean that you have all players of agriculture in one pot or under one umbrella? You have investors, you have farmers, you have manufacturers, you have
yes,
everything under one umbrella.
yes, 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 yes. That's right. Absolutely right.
So that means you fix it like a puzzle. Investor, where there is the need for.
Yes, 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 Mr. Thomas. We are
Yeah,
trying to finish this puzzle, and
yeah.
we are sure at the end the result will be very nice, and we will see a very good view.
So that is very good. That the goal is to eradicate the fact that even children can even go hungry. We just
Yes.
hope that the world will catch up on this vision. Is
That's
it
right.
is it realistic? Do you see it as realistic?
Yes, of course, it's realistic.
Mr.
We are
Engin,
trying to do this.
excuse me?
We are trying to do this, and we are working so hard about this.
That is very good. It is said that in about 30 years' time, Africa, for that matter, will double in population.
Yes.
That means ICAF is very much ready to help this population feed itself.
Yes.
Mm. Now, if that is the case, then Africa really needs the agric produce. And then I am sure that it would also bring about food security, which will lead to very good health and then help the continent to develop.
That's right.
Now, based on this fact, may I ask you then, what are you doing in Africa?
Yes. Actually, Africa is the continent on which we stand seriously and is our priority. We focus our work especially in sub-Saharan countries. We are sure that they will benefit greatly from our projects, and we want to repay their interest and respect they show us as soon as possible. And with the great efforts of our country representatives, we can easily communicate with the authorities of the countries in Africa and explain what we want to do and explain the project contents. We are starting a big project very recently in Nigeria, and we are sure some other countries will follow it. That's what we are doing in Africa at the moment.
But we know that desert comes in to destroy good land, and
Yes.
the desert growing down and down in the sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
I hope that TARIMKON or ICAF has this also in mind.
Yes.
A land that has so much so much youthful population, and still sometimes it's not so nice to see people go hungry. I only hope that we catch up on this dream and then grow agric in sub-Saharan Africa.
That's right.
You are not doing anything in other countries apart from Nigeria.
We are doing, we can say, more than 3 or 4 countries, sub-Saharan countries.
And I also know that there are others.
we have different projects, and we are working on it at the moment.
That is.
But I'm talking about our biggest project.
My sister always says, "Work in progress."
Yeah,
you know, that is what we need, so it will come.
That's right. That's right.
So, what are your projects in general terms?
The answer to this question will be a little bit long, Mr. Thomas. And so I will only want to talk about our two biggest projects. The first one, actually we have so many projects, as you know, but two of our projects lead the way. Our biggest project is named Rural Development Management Method, and shortly we say it RUDEM, the RUDEM project. This project is 5 and 6 years project. The main principle in the formation of our model is that it can touch the entire chain from field to table directly. And these touches are based on the understanding is instead of production first, after market, we're changing it market first, after production. Application of RUDEM for the chain of values such as training, education, research, R&D, engineering, mechanization, technology, of course, technology transfer, and market to be more effective and successful. It is the integration of state, producer, universities, industry, and NGO organizations in the region where it's applied. In this context, Rural Development Management Model, RUDEM, success has proved itself many times with the active participation and cooperation of all relevant institutions and organizations. With Rural Development Management Model, RUDEM, which we propose to be implemented in your province, you are carrying out on behalf of your people, strengthening rural economy and employment, developing agricultural resources and human resources, reducing poverty, improving social and physical infrastructure, protecting environment and natural resources, productive, innovative, and sustainability in production. Another important task we do in this project is to establish a continuing training center. In the first, at the beginning, our knowledgeable staff train farmers on different subjects in agriculture. And later, the successful ones are given training of trainees. We call it TOT. So many people know this. These people, after being educators, they train the people who come to training center from different parts of their countries. Thus, the trainings will continue when our project is finished and we leave the country. The second one, we call it RUDEM Co. It means, again, Rural Development Management Model Structuring Professional Cooperative System. This one is a 2 or 3 years project. The main purpose is to develop the rural communities' business and living conditions in line with the urban areas by developing a professional cooperative system in order to raise the welfare level of the rural producer is performed. Rudemco will strengthen the alignment between national sectoral strategies. The process of harmonization activities, harmonization with global standards and other international cooperation activities and plans and programs at regional and local levels. It will increase the interaction of sectoral, thematic, and regional policies and practices. I think it's more than enough, huh?
Yeah, very well said. I can just envisage when you are in the sub-Saharan Africa where you have quite a number doing Agrarian farming with hoes and machetes, that when you have done your training, that agriculture mechanization and big farms can take place. And apart from that, we can have people come into form cooperatives, yes, to have huge farms that will yield far more better than doing it with manual strength,
yeah,
and building very small quantities.
That's right.
You give me a vision here. That means even with our little machetes, we are able to produce so much like cocoa. That means if we are able to get into training and mechanize, that means we can produce and produce and produce and support even the world, not only Africa.
And the most important thing is training. Training must go on.
Yeah, yeah,
as
of course.
Show must go on.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Engin. I'm very, very delighted. What do you aim whilst creating some of these projects? When these projects come in mind, I mean, what are some of the approaches also to some of these problems that you see or you've studied or know?
Yeah, when we visit so many countries in Africa and make some researches. And we see and we try to make something, and all of our colleagues, we made so many meetings and argue with each other. And then afterwards, we found this tool model, Rudem and Rudemco. By using this, now we are sure, and it's a truth, we can really have a very nice results for the benefit of that countries. And I don't want to say again the same thing as I told before. This is the only thing I can say at the moment.
Mm. And from the way you speak, you have visited Africa many, many times.
Yes.
So, of the problems that you have envisaged, you've seen in Africa in the area of agric.
That's right. That's right.
May you want to share some with us?
Yes, of course I want. And you mean as far as I understand,
some major problems of Africa in the field of agric. That's
I see. Oh, Mr. Thomas, as far as we realized, the first one, the lack of technology and mechanization, irrigation shortage, not producing high value products, although they have and although they can. not being able to harvest enough products due to ignorance. Loss of products are around 40%, they said. 40%, can you imagine? During harvesting, your losses something like 40%. And this means your cost will be doubled.
Yeah.
And not making sufficient investments, insufficient packaging, and especially not being able to sell products to foreign markets, lack of knowledge about marketing and sales, and etc. I can say, but these are the most important parts, I must say.
And that is why I admire the indigenous Africans who, when they have money, would want to invest in agric. But unfortunately, we don't have many of such people in the system who have this kind of investment and would want to invest so much in agric, even knowing that they eat and drink each day of their lives. I would wish that the investment community that is in TARIMKON would engulf also partners from Africa itself, so
Yes.
that they will invest in these areas. Then nobody can tell your story better than you. Nobody can fix your land better than you yourself. So if Africans have money, then this is the time that they can also join hands with TARIMKON ICAF and then invest also in Africa in the area of expertise, technology, and whatever that comes with it, even with marketing.
There are so many investors in the world, you know, but they are investing in different sectors, although they have more than enough money, like mining, maybe at a petroleum or something like this. But for agriculture, let's say, an example, the greenhouses. Greenhouses is a very important subject. Somebody and most of the people can make some investments about greenhouses and for to have the good quality products. But they are not doing, and we are trying to bring the investors from outside of the country and make them invest in a good way. Let's say in a packaging facility.
That's right.
Because it's very important to sell your products to other countries or export your products. Packaging is really very important. And about, let's say, seeds, maybe, and fertilizers, some kind of, this kind of agricultural products we can bring, and we are bringing investors about this. To the countries.
It is very much intriguing to know that we lose 40% of our harvest. It's not surprising that at the time of harvest, in some parts of our land, Africa, you get everything almost for cheap or for nothing. And then when it is the lean season, you have almost at about 10 times the price.
I think so. They are trying to harvest in manually because they don't have enough mechanization. So they have too much loss.
So Africa, this is the time to invest in agriculture. We call on Africa to invest in Africa.
That's right.
And ICAF is there to support with knowledge, technology, investment, and whatever comes with it.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Engin. Thank you I can't thank you enough. So now we come back to what the hallmark of today, the ICAF mobile solar system.
That's right.
What is it? What is the ICAF mobile system? What is it?
It's a good question. I can summarize it like this at the beginning. It's as increasing irrigation possibilities in areas and fields where electricity and irrigation are insufficient, and to generate and store the needed electricity and use it when necessary. We can say this is what is MSS. We say it mobile solar system or mobile support system. We are using both. And again, it's the same, it's MSS. And the mobile solar system is a machine we have produced to fulfill the expectations of those in need about irrigation, about water, about electricity, this kind of things. And they're so important. And as we realized when we were visiting some countries in Africa, in rural areas, really electricity and irrigation is a very big problem. And we can, by use of this machine, I think we will solve this problem in a very short time.
So, how would you solve this problem with this machine?
Let me tell a little bit more about MSS mobile solar system. If I give the information about this, it will be better to understand what our purpose is. Mobile solar system is a brand new approach for agricultural irrigation and energy needs, as I told before. It has been manufactured primarily for the purpose of, what can I say, generating, supplying, and transporting, storing electrical energy needed for agricultural irrigation and livestock farming, but also generate energy needed for living spaces. Its working principle is the conversion of solar energy into electricity. Mobile solar system, through the provision of electrical energy from solar energy, contributes to decreasing dependence on fossil fuels, thus preventing, this is very important, environmental pollution. We have to prevent environmental pollution. If we don't do that, nowadays we are seeing what's happening all over the world, not only in Africa.
Yeah, we believe in climate change.
Yes. The operating principle is of MSS again is direct current, DC, generated from the solar panels by means of an inverter is converted into alternating. The produced AC can be used for powering water pumps and other items requiring an electric supply. The system is equipped with 10 kilowatts capacity accumulators, which provides energy storage in case of need. And with mobile solar system, 3 kilowatts energy per hour can be produced during daylight hours. Irrigation works can be carried out through the provision of electrical energy for the pump connected to the system using water from a well or from other water supply sources, or via filling water tank which has 3 tons of capacity. The system can be transported by a truck, by a tractor, even by a SUV, and used where needed. The stored water can be pumped for drip irrigation or watering works by the onboard pump. Apart from watering systems, the stored 10 kilowatts energy in accumulators can also be used for living space energy needs. 10 kilowatts can give the electricity need of a small village all night. Actually, it's not a small quantity. And apart from watering system, as I told, so we say, actually, generate your energy for free and use it whenever or wherever you need it. Get a free clean energy for your house, lodging, or pasture area with the convenience of mobility. And I can say the areas of use, maybe some of our audience can ask this kind of question. First, agricultural areas, drip irrigation system, livestock farming, greenhouses, as I told before, as I was explaining different project, construction sites, and remote accommodation areas, camping areas, very important, disaster areas, archaeological sites, hobby gardens, parks and gardens, military units, aid and rescue works, civil defense organizations, and local authorities. Totally, everywhere where water and electricity are needed. I think that's enough, huh?
The simple thing that comes in mind is, why wouldn't you, or do you have in mind to manufacture this in Africa?
In the future, yes. Yes. We are planning and we are working on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at that time, of course, if we have enough order or enough interested people or person or cooperatives or companies, whatever, of course, we are planning to manufacture it in Africa, because we can find everything to produce it in Africa, I'm sure.
Yeah. If we have said what we have said, or what you have said earlier on about Africa and sub-Saharan Africa, Then automatically there is the need for water for irrigation.
Yes.
There is need for electricity for the rural area. There is the need for this machine, the mobile solar system, the usage of it. So I would encourage that there is an aggressive plan of finding a way to kind of manufacture it in the sub-Saharan Africa, where it gets closer to the people who needs it and use it. And I also hope that investors in Africa or investors would also take advantage of this and seek to manufacture it here in Africa, so that it also helps very much the target and goal of training and in agriculture.
Of course, that's right.
Thank you very much. Now, we just talked about something I had wanted to ask. That is about almost my last question to you. That is to say, accessibility of these mobile solar system. How accessible? How, I would say, how expensive? How accessible? How can one get when one wants it? This system.
Actually, the price isn't expensive when you compare it. Compare with your benefits that you will have when using this machine. So it's not so. It's not expensive machine.
Okay, that's good.
In this machine, 4 different parts are working: electronic, mechanic, and hydraulic. Together, they are working together, and it's not easy to make this kind of or produce this kind of machine. And it's not so easy. Although it's not so easy, and it's not so expensive. But we'll see. And, I said, sorry. Yes.
That we have so much sun in sub-Saharan Africa also.
It's a big advantage for you. It's a big advantage for you. And for ICAF, TARIMKON mobile solar system can be sent to anyone who wants to buy it. Since our main target is sub-Saharan countries of Africa, distributorship will be given to these countries. We are planning. Persons, organizations, cooperatives, and companies who are interested in the subject and want to buy and want to become a distributor can contact us via email or our WhatsApp line. Our staff will evaluate the incoming messages as soon as possible and reach them immediately. And I think that's enough. And I want to say something. If you want, let's watch our short promotional film now to better understand what I have just told. Okay?
Yeah.
The mobile support system has been produced for the purpose of supplying, storing and transporting the water needed for agricultural irrigation and animal husbandry by converting solar energy into electrical energy, besides providing the electrical energy, house treatment and utility water needed in emergency or living spaces of life. The system panels can be taken to the desired location with the tractor help. The mechanical legs of the system should be placed properly on the ground. Panel supports will be removed. Panels should be opened and locked. In order to get the most efficiency from the sun, the angle of the panels to the sun can be adjusted with a linear actuator. There is a control panel where you can control all devices. You can save 3 kilowatt hours of energy during the day, fill your 10 kilowatt batteries, and use the energy for the electricity needs of your living spaces. With the existing submersible pump, you can draw water from water well up to 100 meters or from any source, fill your water tank with a capacity of 3 tons, purify your water with house treatment and irrigate. You can transport the energy and water you stored wherever you want and use it for free.
Okay.
Welcome back to.
Okay, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, if you let me, finally, I want to ask you a question this time. Because up to now, you were asking me, now I'm asking you. And then close the program after this. My question is, can we learn your opinions about ICAF TARIMKON mobile solar system from the region you are responsible for?
Yeah.
Is it clear? Is it a clear question for you?
Very, very clear.
Okay, I'm listening with my 4 ears.
It's very clear. In my very much opinion about the solar system, the mobile solar system from ICAF, I think it fits and comes in the right position and right time, especially having this time of COVID, where things have all thrown apart. Every structure in any country, any system has been tested and stretched to its length. It is very much going to happen that it would affect food production one way or the other. Unfortunately, having low cost and the rest also eating part of some countries' agri-produce. And I see the desert also coming down, affecting the produce in the sub-Saharan Africa. I would thank you very much for this innovation. And I would encourage all kinds of investors, particularly investors in Africa, to kind of put the strength and investment behind this. And sincerely speaking, I would also want to say for the fact of irrigation, that we will be able to do irrigation with this machine and produce massively. And especially when you are also there to bring training, or we have also experts in Africa who join hands with you to do training, and hence coming up with trainer of trainees, that it will come down to farmers who would also be able to form a confederation or associations, cooperatives, and have such equipments at hand. Farmers who live quite in remote areas would be able to assess, and which is very common here, would be able to assess electricity power where grids, national grids of electricity have not reached. I think it is a very good thing that has been done or innovated or brought into existence. Last but not least, or what I would want to add is the emphasis on the fact that it is needed in Africa, so must be manufactured or built, or people must be trained to manufacture or do it here in Africa, so that it becomes very accessible and handy to pick up. I am sure it would also enhance price. That is, bring price down for the farmers and the cooperatives to also reach out to it. To me, it's a very wonderful, unique idea that we need to have the solar system from ICAF in our various fields, so that we can grow and grow and grow more and help ourselves and our nations.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, thank you very much. It was a
Mr.
Very
Engin,
nice answer for me, and we will work on it.
yes, please.
You know,
Yes.
when I say we will work, we will work. It means we will work.
That
And
is-
actually, I want to thank you for your kind company during this broadcast, live broadcast. And again, I want to thank all my colleagues, which I'm working together. I want to thank all our representatives in different countries. And I want to say goodbye and hope to see you again.
Yes, I want to also conclude with it that thank you. And I pray that TARIMKON ICAF will come together with all manner of investors and everybody that plays in agriculture to help the sub-Saharan Africa or Africa and the world grow very much in agric. For we are what we eat, and agric is the most important thing in our lives. Thank you very much. And thank everybody who came to watch, everybody that is listening, and let us all take something out of this and help our one little world. The world has become so small that Turkey can think of Africa and produce something. Africa can think of joining hands or teaming with Turkey to reach out in the area of agriculture and food. Thank you.
Thank you. And bye-bye. I think it's the end of the broadcast. So hope to see you again as soon as possible, Mr. Thomas.
See you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The mobile support system has been produced for the purpose of supplying, storing and transporting the water needed for agricultural irrigation and animal husbandry by converting solar energy into electrical energy, besides providing the electrical energy, house treatment and utility water needed in emergency or living spaces of life. The system panels can be taken to the desired location with the tractor help. The mechanical legs of the system should be placed properly on the ground. Panel supports will be removed. Panels should be opened and locked. In order to get the most efficiency from the sun, the angle of the panels to the sun can be adjusted with a linear actuator. There is a control panel where you can control all devices. You can save 3 kilowatt-hours of energy during the day, fill your 10 kilowatt batteries, and use the energy for the electricity needs of your living spaces. With the existing submersible pump, you can draw water from water well up to 100 meters or from any source, fill your water tank with a capacity of 3 tons, purify your water with house treatment and irrigate. You can transport the energy and water you stored wherever you want and use it for free.